The invisible challenges of being autistic. Now, this is literally just my experience. This is what I've gone through in my life. Everybody has their own unique perspectives and experiences in life and everything, but this here is just my perspective of what I've gone through. So I got diagnosed about like a year and some change ago, back in January or something like that. And it came at no surprise, honestly. I pretty much always knew that there was something going on with me. And honestly, I've really been struggling to accept that I'm autistic, accept that I'm on the spectrum. Because I think part of it, I think there's a little bit of shame in it. And some people can see it as a deficit. So it's been a little bit hard to truly accept it and move accordingly. You know what I'm saying? And one of the biggest challenges of being autistic in this day and age, especially if you are level 1, like mild autism, high functioning or whatever, is that people will tend to not believe you. If you tell them that you're autistic, they'll often say things like, oh, there's nothing wrong with you. Oh, you're not autistic. Everybody's a little autistic. You don't look autistic. They'll say things like that. And I ain't gonna lie, when people say stuff like that, it's really annoying. Like, it can be it can feel very dismissing. It's just like stupid, really. Because most of the time, I know with me, I do a really good job of hiding my autism. And I've learned how to do that over years. And I don't necessarily blame people for not believing me, but most of the autism is like internal. The struggle or the challenges are mainly internal. Like, I struggle with certain things like time management and executive functioning. Executive functioning is a big one, because I struggle to get started with things. Like, if I'm going to the gym, I love the gym, by the way, but I'll struggle to like transition into going to the gym. Once I get in the gym, I can't get out. It's like it's hard to leave the gym. I struggle to transition out of it. And that has been a huge, huge struggle for me. Honestly, there are some times when my autism can start to like show just a little bit. And I still don't think people ever really notice. To them, they might just think, oh, well, he's just being weird or something like that. Sometimes if I'm like really burnt out or if I'm like really overwhelmed, then yeah, it can start showing just a little bit. But people often view things in a black and white way. They say it's either you're super autistic, you have high support needs and you don't really talk or whatever, you can't drive, or you're not autistic, which life does not work that way, So it's not logical that people think that. And another struggle that, this is a big one for me that I've really struggled with is, well, depending on how you look at it, it might not even be a struggle actually, but it's hyperfixation. Oh my gosh. Hyperfixation, that is a big one. Now, there's a lot of pros and cons to being hyperfixated on things. Like, let me give you an example. The gym. The gym is literally an extreme passion of mine. That's like my special interest. We call these like special interests and stuff like that. And the gym is something that I love. When I'll get hyper fixated on one thing in life, like one area. So let's say the gym is very important to me, right? I just love going to the gym. I want to get my protein. I want to, track my workouts, this, that, and the third. What will happen is I tend to lose interest in other things, like other areas of life. So that can be working, I do Instacart, gig apps and stuff. I'll lose interest in that. I'll lose interest in basically just everything, like socializing or dating. And I only want to go to the gym. And I ain't gonna lie, that's really been one of my biggest struggles, is just literally balancing my life. And I ain't gonna lie, it can be really good. That can honestly benefit some people, but sometimes it's just like bad, right? Like, I can make a lot of progress in the gym and vice versa. It can be, I'm really heavily focused on Instacart or making a lot of money, right? And then I'll probably neglect the gym and I won't be doing other things in life, right? Like, there's pros and cons to it, And then the third challenge is socializing. Now, I don't really struggle with socializing a whole lot. I know I used to struggle with socializing. I used to be more socially awkward and stuff. But lately, I've had a lot of practice and I've really been working on my social skills. I feel like I've really been improving. And I haven't had much issues with socializing. Like, I actually love socializing. Socialize. A lot of autistic people are different. Like, probably don't like socializing, but me, I love socializing. But it does take a lot of energy. It takes a ton of energy, and I find that it's like I have to like I'm going to a social event or going to the movies, or if I'm just any type of social event, it's really draining. And then and afterwards I'll be burnt out. And see, that's the funny thing about it. A lot of people don't understand the concept of burnout, autistic burnout, and how it's different from just regular burnout. Regular burnout is you're exhausted with a certain your job or with something you're doing, and you just get burnt out. But autistic burnout is different because it's like your mind, your brain, your nervous system is just tired all the time. No matter how much you sleep, no matter what you do, you're just always tired. And it's very hard to explain, but I find that when I'm going through, when I'm in a period where I'm burnt out, it's much harder to socialize with people. Socializing is much, much, much harder. And then I may even come across as awkward because I'm, trying to get the energy. It's like my brain is working really hard, and you know what? And here goes to something else. I ain't even write this down, but I'm actually noticing this on camera as I speak. I'm feeling a bit burnt out because I've been really anxious about YouTube. So I'm taking this really seriously. I really want to succeed at it. And I don't know. It's like I don't feel like I'm flowing right now. I don't feel like my conversation, what I'm saying and everything. I just don't feel like I'm flowing right now. I think that's another big challenge with autism, because I think that when you're autistic, I was trying to find the right words to explain what I'm trying to say, but it's like you are very hard on yourself. So you can be doing something, like doing a task or whatever, and the whole time you might think you're doing a bad job. You might be socializing with somebody and you might feel awkward. You might feel as though you're coming off as awkward. But in reality, you good. You cool. You cool to them. Everything's all right. So it might be the same with this video. I might be making sense to y'all, but to me, myself, I feel like I'm not flowing perfect, to my own stand. I don't know. It's weird. Comment down below if you get what I'm saying, or if you've ever experienced that before. Yeah. So yeah. And those are the struggles of some of them, at least. There's a lot more. But comment, and subscribe if you want to see videos just like this, talking about autism and, different things in life. My name is Raheem. We purpose-driven over here. You know what I'm saying? We living with purpose, masculinity, becoming the best versions of ourselves every single day, getting 1% better. And, especially if you're neurodivergent and, you want to go on a path to bettering yourself and improving, becoming, just getting better at everything. And definitely comment, and subscribe. My name is Raheem. Never give up. Your younger self's rooting for you. Peace.